Nestled in the heart of California's Sierra Nevada mountains, Yosemite National Park is known for its breathtaking beauty. Its majestic cliffs, towering sequoias, and cascading waterfalls attract millions of visitors each year. But amid this natural wonder, a darker, more chilling side to Yosemite exists. A place where people mysteriously vanish, leaving behind only questions, fear, and a lingering sense of the unknown. In today's video, we delve into one of the most baffling mysteries in recent history: the strange and unexplained disappearances that have plagued Yosemite National Park. Is it merely the treacherous wilderness claiming victims, or is there something more sinister lurking within the shadows of these ancient woods? Let's explore the stories of the vanished, the unexplained events, and the theories, both natural and supernatural, that attempt to explain the mystery of the Yosemite disappearances. Chapter 1: A park with a dark history. Yosemite, despite its allure, holds a long history of eerie occurrences. It's not just a land of serenity and nature's grandeur. There's something about this place that has inspired legends and whispers of supernatural forces for centuries. The indigenous Miwok people, who lived in the Yosemite Valley long before the first European settlers arrived, spoke of spiritual beings that roamed the forests. They believed that malevolent spirits called Yosemite Watchers inhabited the peaks and forests, luring people into the wilderness, never to return. The Miwok also warned of a place called the Dark Canyon, said to be home to creatures not of this world, capable of leading even the most seasoned hunters to their doom. Fast forward to the modern era, and the mystery remains. The statistics of missing persons within national parks across the U.S. are alarmingly high, and Yosemite is no exception. But what makes these disappearances so perplexing? Are they the result of natural dangers like wildlife attacks, falling from cliffs, or hypothermia? Or could something more inexplicable be at play? Chapter 2: The Missing 411 Phenomenon. The mystery of disappearances in Yosemite is often tied to a broader, more disturbing phenomenon known as missing 411. The term, coined by former law enforcement officer David Paulides, refers to clusters of mysterious disappearances in national parks across North America, many of which share eerie similarities. Yosemite National Park features prominently in Paulides' investigations, with dozens of cases that defy logical explanation. Paulides points out that many of the disappearances happen under oddly similar conditions. People vanish in areas that are heavily trafficked, often in daylight, and near bodies of water or large boulders. More chillingly, the weather tends to take a sudden turn for the worse after the disappearances, hampering search efforts. And, perhaps most disturbingly, when the missing are found, if they're found at all, it's often under bizarre circumstances, far from where they vanished, and in places seemingly impossible for them to reach. One such case is that of Stacy Aras, who disappeared in July of 1981. Aras was part of a guided tour group traveling on horseback near Sunrise Meadow in Yosemite. She decided to take a short walk to snap some photographs and was never seen again. Despite an extensive search that lasted 9 days and involved helicopters, ground crews, and trained dogs, not a trace of her was found. She vanished without a sound, just a few hundred yards from the group, almost as if she was plucked out of existence. Chapter 3: Other Chilling Disappearances. 1. The disappearance of Tim Barnes, 2009. Tim Barnes, a seasoned hiker and outdoor enthusiast, vanished in 2009 while hiking the back country of Yosemite. Barnes had hiked the area many times before, and his experience led his friends and family to believe he would have no problem navigating the trails. But one day, without warning, he disappeared. His last known location was near the rugged and isolated Mount Lyell, Yosemite's highest peak. Despite one of the largest search and rescue operations in the park's history, no trace of Barnes was ever found. No clothing, no equipment, nothing. What makes this case so chilling is the fact that Barnes was not hiking in some remote, inaccessible area. He was an experienced mountaineer, traveling on familiar trails with no indication of trouble. How could someone so prepared and experienced simply vanish? 2. The case of Alan Chow, 2020. Alan Chow was a young adventurer who disappeared in Yosemite in the summer of 2020. Chow, an experienced solo hiker, had been exploring the Half Dome Trail. He sent a final text to his family saying he had reached the top of the trail and would be returning shortly. That was the last anyone ever heard from him. Search teams combed the area for weeks, but no sign of Chow was found. Even more unsettling is that the Half Dome Trail is one of the park's most popular, with hundreds of hikers passing through daily. Yet no one reported seeing him after his final message. Chow's disappearance left investigators baffled, leading some to wonder if more than the rugged wilderness was at work. Number 3. The disappearance of Jackson Miller, 2010. The case of Jackson Miller is another perplexing one. Miller was last seen in 2010 near the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, before his car was discovered abandoned in a Yosemite parking lot. Authorities initially believed he might have committed suicide, but no body was ever recovered. The search for Jackson in the sprawling wilderness yielded nothing. No clues, no belongings, no remains. His family continues to search for answers, but the mystery of Jackson's disappearance remains unsolved, raising questions about whether the forest may have swallowed him in ways beyond human comprehension. Chapter 4. Paranormal Theories and Speculations. As with any unexplained phenomenon, the disappearances in Yosemite have sparked a host of theories, many of them leaning into the paranormal and supernatural. Could these vanishings be linked to otherworldly forces, ancient spirits, or even extraterrestrial activity? 1. Extraterrestrial encounters. One theory often floated in discussions of mysterious disappearances is the possibility of alien abductions. Yosemite is no stranger to UFO sightings, with numerous reports from visitors claiming to have seen strange lights in the sky or experienced inexplicable sensations while hiking in the park. Some believers suggest that extraterrestrials could be responsible for abducting individuals from these isolated areas, conducting experiments, or perhaps even transporting them to other dimensions. The connection between UFO sightings and missing persons in national parks is a favorite topic in the UFO community. In some of the disappearances, hikers were last seen near areas where UFOs had been reported, adding fuel to the theory that something from beyond Earth might be involved. Number 2. The Yosemite Watchers. Drawing on Native American legends, some believe that ancient spirits or entities still roam the Yosemite Valley, taking those who venture too close. The idea of nature spirits, protectors of the land, or even malevolent beings who demand sacrifices is deeply embedded in the folklore of many cultures. Some argue that those who disappear may have unknowingly crossed into sacred territory, angering these spirits, leading to their abduction or worse. Could the Yosemite Watchers of Miwok legend still be active, hidden in the deepest recesses of the forest? The eerie silence and unsettling stillness that envelops certain parts of the park make this theory feel uncomfortably plausible. Number 3. Interdimensional portals. Another theory that has gained popularity is the idea of interdimensional portals, or vortexes, hidden within Yosemite. Proponents of this theory believe that certain areas of the park may contain rifts in the fabric of space and time, through which people might inadvertently pass. Once on the other side, they are lost to another dimension, forever unable to return to our world. These portals are said to be located near boulder fields or bodies of water, both of which are common features in the areas where people have disappeared. Skeptics may dismiss this as pure science fiction, but for those who have lost loved ones in the park, it offers an explanation for what seems to be an unsolvable puzzle. Chapter 5. Natural explanations or coincidence. While the paranormal theories are intriguing, many experts offer more grounded explanations for the disappearances in Yosemite. Could it simply be that the unforgiving wilderness claims victims who are ill-prepared or overwhelmed by nature's power? 1. Hypothermia and disorientation. One of the leading natural causes of disappearances is hypothermia. Yosemite's weather can change rapidly, with temperatures dropping drastically, especially at higher elevations. When someone becomes hypothermic, they can become disoriented and confused, making poor decisions like wandering off the trail or removing their clothing in a phenomenon known as paradoxical undressing. In this state, it's easy to become lost or fall victim to the elements. Number 2. Wildlife encounters. Yosemite is home to a variety of wildlife, including bears, mountain lions, and coyotes. While attacks on humans are rare, they are not impossible. It's also conceivable that scavengers could scatter a person's remains, making it difficult to recover their body. 3. Accidents and falls. The park's terrain is treacherous, with steep cliffs, rocky outcrops, and deep crevices. A simple misstep could send someone plummeting to their death, their body becoming hidden in dense vegetation or deep ravines, far from the reach of search and rescue teams. Many of Yosemite's trails are not for the faint of heart, and even the most experienced hikers can fall victim to an unexpected slip or fall. But while these natural explanations make sense in some cases, they don't explain all of the disappearances, especially the ones where experienced hikers, with years of wilderness expertise, vanish without a trace. Despite all the theories, both natural and supernatural, the disappearances in Yosemite National Park remain a mystery. For the families of the missing, the lack of answers is the most painful part. Search efforts often yield no results, leaving them to wonder, how could their loved ones simply vanish in a place so beautiful, yet so deadly? Why do some of the missing seem to disappear in areas where help is nearby, or where they were only steps away from others? Why do some victims' remains turn up in places already searched extensively, or in locations impossible for them to reach on their own? And why do so many disappearances coincide with strange weather phenomena or occur near specific geological features? Yosemite is a place of awe-inspiring beauty, but it's also a place of fear, mystery, and unanswered questions. The disappearances that haunt its landscape suggest that there may be forces at work in the park that we have yet to understand. The mystery of the Yosemite disappearances will likely continue to puzzle investigators, hikers, and conspiracy theorists alike for years to come. Is it simply the case of nature's overwhelming power claiming those unprepared for its wrath? Or is something more hidden within the park's towering cliffs and dense forests, something that defies human understanding? As we conclude, remember this: Yosemite may be a place of stunning beauty, but it is also a place where people have stepped into the wilderness and never returned. Perhaps, if you ever visit, you too will feel the unsettling presence of the unknown, the haunting question of what lurks beyond the trees, waiting in the shadows of this enigmatic land. Thank you for watching. Let us know your thoughts on this chilling mystery in the comments below. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more mysteries from around the world. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and always keep your eyes open for the unexplained.